Hey guys, Jake here from the Sonic Ducks, and today I'll be going over my Magical Musketeer deck profile. Now, you can see right now that I don't really have an extra deck, but we'll get into that. So let's get right into the video. First of all, we're running 3 Casper. He is your search card of the deck. Honestly, one of the best cards probably in the deck, being able to search for everything you have. And, you know, he also kind of looks like Vash's Stampede from the Trigun anime. Super funny. I really like that. So, pretty cool throwback to me. We're running 3 Starfire. Now, what Starfire does is special summons 1 in defense from the deck. So, she just helps the deck swarm to get the capabilities going off. All of them have the ability of, depending where the column is set, or what column they're in, depending on when a spell or trap is activated, that's when their effect goes off. So next we're running 3 Billy the Kid, or Kid Brave. He's basically just discard a magical musket, draw 2 cards, so he's a plus. He's really good, I enjoy that. Next we have 2 Doc. What Doc does is, you don't want to see him early game, but basically gets something from grave back to hand. So really good utility recycling ability is what he has. We run a Calamity to special summon something back from the grave. We run 1 wild because besides the big person himself, which I know a lot of people don't run, he's the strongest out of all of them. So the I think it's the steady hands. Yeah, it works really well for him, bringing it up to like 34. So he's a beast, and he's a recycler as well. Now, the reason that I don't actually run an extra deck is I am running 1 Zakiel, and I know, like, he's not a bad card, but it's just that, competitive wise, you're not going to see him at all. But I run him, and then of course I run 2 Domain, because all you have to do is just tribute with 1 monster. And, if you end up with the right field, you can just kind of swarm. And, with Casper and Doc and all that such, you're able to get him from deck, or if he's in the graveyard, you can get him back in the graveyard. So it's always capable of just having him in the hand. So I only run 1, but that's the reason why I have no extra deck, which is, he's a pretty decent card, letting me to draw, and he's a 25 beater, so I can get over things. And then just stop the opponent from using the extra deck. And then of course with the Domain we have, the 1 terraforming. On to the spells. I run 3 Cross Domination. There's different sets or variations you can run with this. You can run 2 and then 2 Steady Hand, 3 of this, 2 Steady Hand, 2 of this, 3 Steady Hand. But it's just up to your preference. I like 3 because I think this is probably one of the best cards they have. Being able to negate a monster's effect and have its attack 0 till the end of the turn. So, just being able to just stop something or get over something, really good for them. And they all have the same effect of, you can activate spell and traps from your hand. So, it's basically, everything's like a hand trap type of thing. I run 2 Steady Hands. This is the one that doubles the attack, but they can't attack directly. But, both of these are just such good cards for the deck, honestly. And so your preference, how many you run? I run 3 Ties of the Brethren. Just, you want to see this in your hand as quickly as possible. And any of the 2 or the 3 level 3 or 4s, just to swarm and open up. And so you'll want to run 3 of these because these help with your swarming capabilities. I don't have Pot of Desires, but I do run 2 Pot of Duality, which still helps me out. And then 2 Double Summon, just being able to get an additional normal summon. And if you activate 1 behind 1, you get the effect and all that such, so really good combo. And then 1 Upstart just to draw, and a Regeki to clear the board. Onto the traps. 3 Desperado, just being able to destroy something just as soon as possible. Its face up is actually, I think, pretty cool and pretty fun. If anything, if yeah, your opponent has a deck where, oh, they're boosting up the big monster and then you just kill it. There goes that. 3 Last Stand. This is probably one of the top 3 best cards they have. And don't quote me on that, I really don't know, but this is one of the best cards they have. Just being able to negate any spell or trap, and you can do it from your hand, which is really cool, so you don't have to set it and then worry that your opponent will destroy it with something, or you have to waste it on something like that or whatever. But just really good, and if only, it had the effect of negating monsters, this would probably be broken. But great card. The last card that they have, I still have more, but Fiendish Deal basically negates, or it doesn't negate, it protects your monsters from destruction effects. So Dark Hole, Raigeki, all that such, whatever. And if it's destroyed, then you get a search. And then 2 strikes. And that was my Magical Musketeer deck profile. When I first started, or when I first heard that they were coming out, I was like, oh, it's an interesting archetype, and I really didn't think of anything of it. I thought about possibly building them, but I kind of decided to push it off. But luckily, my friend Arthur ended up buying a few boxes, or a few packs, and was able to pull literally everything for me. And this deck is just so much fun, it has so much potential now, it's doing actually decent in some tournaments and all that such. And just having the gimmicky idea of, hey, you put your monster here and here and here, so, whenever you activate a spell or trap, their effect goes off. So your opponent has to think mentally, where do I position? Because normally they don't really think about, you just throw down a spell or trap. You don't have to, position where they are. But with this deck you do, which is super cool. And yeah, just overall, I'm really glad I built this deck, and I just want you all to just like, comment, subscribe. If any of y'all have any suggestions for me, because I know this is not the best build, and I know this is just kind of a random build, but any of y'all have any suggestions for what I should throw in, or what to use, or if y'all like the deck, just please comment and tell me. But just overall, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you later.